Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on a rapper that went and shot up a 4th of July parade, killing 7 and injuring over 40. July 4th, 2022, located only 25 miles from downtown Chicago, was the affluent suburban city of Highland Park. With a 6-figure median income, residents here knew nothing of the war-torn ghettos in neighboring Chicago other than what could be seen on the news. And as the news continues to show the rest of America, no community is safe from extreme violence. The annual Highland Park 4th of July celebration was set to take place starting at 9:30 in the morning with the Children's Bike and Pep Parade, followed by the much larger 4th of July parade set for 10. Floats, marching bands, and other entertainment will make its way down the city streets as residents of all ages enjoyed the festivities. Excitement spread through the morning from home to home as parents dressed their children, friends met with friends, and the elderly readied themselves for what they now considered tradition. All while one man prepared himself in a much darker and sinister way. It was 9:58 when a woman snapped a picture of the calm before the chaos. She sat across from the Ross Cosmetic store, a store that would soon serve as a vantage point for a mass shooter. The rooftop was accessible through an alley on 2nd Street, leading to a parking lot with a staircase to the top. A clear view of the crowd below gave the killer the freedom of choice as to which group of people did he want to start firing into. It was 10:15 when he made that choice. Rapid gunfire echoed as round after round pushed the semi-automatic rifle to its limits, pausing to only reload. The unmistakable sound sent the crowd running as those further down the street quickly caught on to what was happening. In less than 2 minutes, over 40 people had been hurt, and a killer disguised as a woman made his way back down from the roof, blending into the crowd as an amateur assassin. 5 lay dead as paramedics began transporting others to the hospital, while police swarmed the area finding a rifle wrapped in a red blanket. ATF agents conducted a rapid trace to find out where the gun was sold and who to, while DNA recovered from the rifle narrowed it down. 21-year-old Robert Cremo III was now wanted by the FBI and local law enforcement as a suspected mass murderer. His pictures quickly began circulating through social media, while his own social media pages started to be taken down. The scrawny 21-year-old went by the name of Wake the Rapper, and music videos posted to his now deleted YouTube channel would show just how weak and depressed he really was. He can be seen in a classroom with bullets scattered across the floor as he slowly drops to the ground. He attempts to stare at the camera menacingly before another scene shows him dropping bullets. Another music video would show cartoons depicting murder as a shooter armed with a rifle kills before being killed by the police. Law enforcement would issue a flyer with Robert's information and a photo of the Honda he was driving. Police discovered he'd walked from the shooting scene to his mother's house, where he borrowed her car before driving to Wisconsin and later returning to Illinois. Another driver would recognize Robert's vehicle from the news and call 911. It was 6:30 in the evening when a police officer spotted Robert, and a brief pursuit would lead to the vehicle stopping as officers armed with rifles, shotguns, and pistols prepared for a shootout. Awake, chose to stay awake, complying with commands before being taken into custody, while another rifle was recovered from the vehicle. His troubled past would soon come to light as a press conference highlighted the fact that he was already known to police. Back in April of 2019, Robert attempted suicide, and the incident will be dealt with by mental health professionals. Months later, a family member within Robert's home would contact police, stating Robert vowed to kill everyone in the house. Police would remove 16 knives, a dagger, and a sword from Robert's personal knife collection, but he wasn't arrested, as his family didn't file a complaint or attempt to press charges. His father owned a deli, previously running for mayor while his mother was a self-proclaimed energy healer and described as problematic. Police have visited the home many times, and in one incident the mother was charged with domestic battery. She treated her kids as an inconvenience, yelling at teachers, and Robert was always last to be picked up from after-school activities, as the director of the after-school program recalled different events, stating there wasn't a lot of love in that house. With the killer in custody, a 7th victim died, and the identities of those deceased became public. While many were over the age of 60, 37-year-old Kevin McCarthy and his 35-year-old wife Irina were both killed. Kevin's body was discovered, and under him laid his 2-year-old son. The boy was unharmed and protected by his father until the very end. 7 counts of murder were announced against Robert Crimo, with additional charges to be announced at a later time and the possibility of federal charges. But for the 7 counts of murder, he faces a mandatory life sentence on each count if found guilty. With 2 rifles recovered, another 3 handguns were recovered from his home, and it was determined all weapons were legally obtained, leaving many to place blame on America's gun laws and calls for bans against AR-15s. What those people fail to realize is when law-abiding citizens can no longer get guns, only the criminals and police will be left with them. It isn't known what pushed Robert to the edge, but with mass shootings becoming so often, his name will soon be shadowed by the next.
Like a sleepwalker, unable to stop and think, my actions will be valiant, and my thought is unnecessary. I know what I have to do. I know what's in it, not only for me, but for everyone else. Where am I going? I don't know, I don't care. There is no past or future, just the now. It is more abstract than I could ever imagine. I can feel the atmosphere pushing me in. It's unstoppable, like a wave pulling me under. I can't breathe without it. I can't see or hear what I don't want. I need to leave now. I need to just do it. It is my destiny. Everything has led up to this. Nothing can stop me, not even myself. Is there such thing as free will? Or has this been planned out like a cosmic recipe? It is what I've been waiting for, in the back of my head, ready to be awakened. It's what I was sent here to do, like a sleepwalker, walking steady with my head held high, like a sleepwalker, walking blindly into the night.
Now, in my humble opinion, people say it's wrong to stereotype, it's wrong to judge. When Ted Bundy was killing all those women, nobody suspected him because they thought he was a good-looking man and he was intelligent. But for some fucking reason, every mass shooter looks the fucking same, right? They look like they got the shit slapped out of them in a boys' locker room. It scarred them for life, and they hold a grudge against everybody. And there's no fucking way that any family member of his, cousins, sisters, uncles, brothers, whatever, could look at this shit he was posting and say, I think he's gonna go to college and he's gonna be a doctor. I don't understand how none of these things were picked up on, and if they were picked up on, who really failed everybody, right? Because it isn't the guy that made the AR-15. It's whoever the fuck saw this shit and decided to do nothing. If you had to strip this kid of 16 knives, a dagger, and a sword, there's no way he should have legally been able to get a gun. But what that would have highlighted is the fact that it's also very easy to illegally get a gun. So no matter if you tell civilians, oh, you can't get AR-15s anymore, anybody in the street still fucking can. I mean, you can build these shits. But yet again, all the signs were there. I mean, the types of music videos, the cartoons that he was drawing, it was all there. And I mean, this is something that they're saying he had been planning for months. This isn't something that he just woke up and decided to do. I think a lot of people fucked up here. And I also think that nothing is gonna change until more people are held accountable. You know, I was at a club the other night, right? And the girl at the club was telling me we have to watch and monitor how much you drink, damn near babysit you. Because if you leave the club and crash, it isn't just your fault, it's our fault, and we're held responsible. Something like that, to that effect, should also happen with cases like this, whether it's the parents being charged, whether it's the police being charged for failure to fucking pick up on the obvious because you'd already been at a kid's house before and had to remove fucking weapons, whether it's mental health specialists should be charged because they failed to continuously look into this shit. I mean, you could have put them on a mental health probation period, right? Give the kid 3 years of we're gonna watch your little crazy ass and we're gonna see everything you post. And the second he posted one of those fucking music videos, all right, put him in the funny house, put him in a little jacket, let him sit down, and if he doesn't come back to being fucking regular, keep his ass in there, and everybody's gonna be safe, right? Because you put him in prison, he's gonna get chewed alive. I'm gonna be honest with you. If his little scrawny ass was in Florida State Prison, he'd be getting fucked in a week. And I mean, now everyone's like, oh yeah, do it to him, it's punishment. He already did what he did, though. He already killed the people that he killed and fucked up the lives of 40-something other people. They're forever scarred. Nothing is going to be the same for them after dealing with tragedy like that. Running for your life, not knowing if one of over 70 shots being fired is going to pierce through your body and leave you on the fucking ground. And I don't know, another common theme that we see is they go and kill a whole bunch of people but then want to comply and give it up. You know what I mean? They don't want to go out with a bang. They want to just, I give up, I this, I that. And a part of me is like, yo, just if someone does that, blow their fucking brains out. Don't give them the satisfaction of going to jail and being like, oh, I did that, now I'm famous. Nah, get rid of them. But at the same time, I feel like people would just use that as a way to commit suicide by police, which some people do that as well. So it really makes you question what the fuck can you do and what's the best form of punishment. Because I mean, some of these school shooters, like the kid in Parkland, Florida, I don't even think he's been sentenced yet. He's just been sitting in fucking PC in the county jail. They haven't even put him in prison. Once you touch down in prison in general population, that's when they actually start to get punished. And not by law, you're getting punished by the inmates. But rest in peace to the victims. And I mean, I know that there's obviously going to be a lot of GoFundMes. The one that I decided to include with this video is going to be the GoFundMe of that 2-year-old little boy that lost both of his parents. And his father dying over his body as he shielded him. I'm going to include his if anybody wants to donate to that. But like I said, rest in peace to all the victims. I'll keep y'all updated on this case. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.